This week's videos are sponsored by ExpressVPN. More on them after the reaction, people. What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to watch 2 episodes of Scott Pilgrim today. Episode 3 and 4, we're going to start double-upping for reasons that are pretty obvious. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and leave a like on this video. That would mean the world. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when our reactions for the next episodes of Scott Pilgrim reactions are up here on the channel. Thank you to Pepper for helping us edit down these highlights. As always, a big thank you. Saw a good amount of you guys did join our Patreon page for Scott Pilgrim, full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy. So we cover several things over there exclusively with highlights and watch-alongs included. Guys, let's get into it. That's a flower, like Ramona. Flowers.
And a fly buzzing by to symbolize death.
Young Neil's bedroom? Oh, Young Neil's a screenplay writer.
At my roommate's bandmate's funeral thinking, what if I can die? And just when I found out I'm a cinephile? Anyways, that's why I'm busy writing this movie. So don't bother calling.
The late inspiration into becoming a writer.
Oh, yeah, he's got the Fight Club poster.
Oh, inspiration struck.
Oh, Scream.
I've written nothing.
And it's autobiographical. Ooh, beautiful shot.
Madness. Oh, AI. ChatGPT in physical manifestation.
That's what the robots want.
My sleep paralysis demon.
Wow, if my sleep paralysis demon could write me a screenplay.
Written by Young Neil.
What the hell is going on in this show?
I wrote a feature-length screenplay on my sleep. I'm a screenwriter!
If only.
That's all it takes.
You're a prodigy, man.
Just takes one.
It just takes the right software, you know. It's how good Final Draft is. Oh.
Die again?
The mourning phase is past. Sounds. Ooh. Like a flame.
It's always that same look.
Yeah, it's always that ombre thing.
Ramona Rents a video.
I'll be returning some videotapes.
You changed your hair. What's up, Ramona?
Nothing major. Just somebody kidnapped Scott Pilgrim and faked his death.
You're joking.
Bringing back the censoring.
Tell me everything.
Last night, in my dreams, I saw Scott's subspace highway.
They do communicate in this, like, dream plane.
Dat Astral.
I think it means he's alive.
He's a Force ghost.
So I went back to the rocket to look at the security footage of what we thought was Scott's death.
Cops couldn't figure this out.
Nope. Whoa.
Someone grabbed him and pulled him into a portal.
It took you going through the security camera footage to...
Nobody had a right vantage point to see that.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Your sugar daddy days are over?
For him, absolutely. For others, we'll see. The future is a mystery.
Oh.
Only Ramona seems sad that Scott's missing.
Don't tell me you're gonna try to find him.
I think I have to.
Detective Flowers.
You went on one date. How good could it have been?
Honestly, great.
Your date with Scott Pilgrim?
Oh.
I thought you could give me a quick rundown of the major characters in Scott's life.
More like major suspects.
Yeah.
There's Steven Stills, my ex, the singer in the band. He's a mess.
I don't remember them. They used to date. Yeah, I don't remember that.
There's Steven's roommate, Young Neil. He's kind of sheltered, and he's only 19, but don't let that fool you.
He's a cinephile.
What about Envy Adams?
Envy Adams pulled Scott's heart out of his chest and stomped all over it with her patent leather combat
I
boots.
saw her do her thing at the funeral. She's even hotter in person.
True.
Are we sure they dated?
You're obviously not the only one with questionable taste, Ramona.
Now, having that film noir femme fatale quality in the first episode suddenly makes sense.
You know who you should talk to? His other ex.
What is Sex the Bomb without Scott?
That looks good.
What if we find a new bass player and they make us worse?
The odds are they'd make us better, because we probably sucked. There's always Scott's understudy.
Knives would join.
How long have you been playing the drums?
A long time, since I was 14. Drumming's a great outlet for my emotions.
What a
That was
random realistic.
so far away. There you go. Double sound now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Getting in the zone.
Oh, hell yeah.
Taking lots of care with the instrumentation animation. Look at you jamming together.
What a beautiful, lucid experience.
You could be one of those bands where it's just two people and one of them plays bass and one plays drums and sings. It's perfect. Death from Above, 1970 Knives.
You're better.
How long have you been playing bass?
What time is it?
4 p.m.?
Then 4 hours.
I'm late for work.
You ever thought about collaborating with a seasoned songwriter?
Uh-oh. What do you know?
They used to date, right? Didn't Scott used to date her, the drummer?
In the movie, at least. I think that was in her first episode, Chiron. I have to refresh.
Funny thought. Maybe he faked his own death to get out of paying his late fees.
He's not dead.
You've been using Scott's unconscious dreamscape to deliver DVDs quicker?
Julie said you knew him the longest. When did you meet?
You told me you were good at drawing.
Real backstory.
Draw me a sheep. That's the worst sheep I've ever seen.
Sheep is excellent.
Oh, no. Did she still love him?
There was this one time I was kidnapped by a rival school and Scott had to fight through an entire army of teen jerks and their leader Simon Lee to rescue me.
Simon Lee.
That's a romantic memory.
How romantic can a memory be if things ended terribly?
I love how he's got this whole backstory of being this seasoned fighter.
It's like badass, yeah.
Why does this always happen to me?
I don't know. Maybe you could ask one of your 7 evil exes?
This is unexpected.
Well, you better get better at expecting.
You're...
Roxy Richter, Ramona's 4th evil ex.
Is Ramona gonna fight?
Oh, I guess maybe. She has to.
I'm here for us, Ramona. First in line to win your heart, because I have something the others never will.
Oh.
Emotional intelligence.
Cause she a woman.
You're just impossible to talk to.
You want to talk about feelings?
no.
Start talking.
Oh, damn. They're really hashing this out.
Let's fight about them.
Okay, never mind.
Richter versus Ramona Flowers.
She's so reluctant.
Are we really doing this again?
Whoa.
Again. What the hell?
Nice with the mallet. I respect the mallet.
Ramona!
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
Oh, there's some sexual tension here.
Doing the Black Widow thing. Oh.
This is how DVD stores came to be destroyed.
Come on!
Whoa.
How fun.
Ooh.
Movie.
Hop it into all these other types of films. That's so cool.
It really looks like the Matrix or something.
That's cheap.
Oh, be kind, rewind.
Took a lot of slashes for that remote control.
Yes, do the whole video store. Did young Neil write this fight sequence?
I...
Kill her.
Yes. Oof.
They're just working shit out.
Oh, super old school animation.
I'm sorry! For what? For leaving
Set her free.
Interesting using genre to express the emotional state of them. Now it's a silent film.
I was too afraid to face you.
You made me feel like nothing. All I wanted was for you to see me.
This has like an especially dubbed look.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you win.
Whoa.
Save her, Ramona!
Roxy!
Oh, damn. That sounded painful.
Or turn off the movie.
Yeah.
What are the rules?
Switch to a kid's movie. Whoa.
Ouch!
Ah.
Oh man, there's so much cinema here.
Aw.
As far as I'm concerned, you won.
That's what it's all about.
We were pretty immature, weren't we?
Ramona fighting her own ex? How woke.
Really takes control of the narrative from our man who needs a character boost.
You were really kicking my ass.
Oh my god, they made
You're not just
amends.
saying that. Should we kiss?
Uh-uh.
He's dead, Ramona.
It's complicated. I've got to find him first. I'd like to be your friend.
With benefits?
Ah.
What about you?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, try it out.
Wow.
Go for it.
Oh, saliva and everything.
Everybody needs closure. That's why they call it closure. Now you're one step closer to the dumb boy of your dreams, and you buried the hatchet with an ex.
Oh, we're watching Ramona's story?
I guess so. I guess it's Ramona Flowers Takes Off.
Don't tell me I'm going to have to do this with all 7 of them.
We are watching Ramona's story.
Scott Pilgrim takes off so Ramona can deal with the shit herself.
She's going to deal with her exes directly? How woke!
Dude, it's too woke for me.
Is he evil enough to kidnap a dude and fake his death?
Only one way to find out.
Uh-oh. No account video.
The robot. What a wild show. Some bold storytelling swings here.
Gideon Graves? G-Man?
You don't remember me.
Oh.
Gideon Graves wasn't my birth name. It was an identity I created. When I moved to New York City, I left my past behind and leveled up.
We're going to strip him down.
You knew me by another name.
Sultry Suave.
Gordon? Gordon Goose from North Bay, Ontario?
Gordon Goose.
I've lost everything. My empire is gone. My billionaire friends have shunned me. Even my millionaire friends have turned their backs.
Still got those thousandaires.
Gordon,
Vitamin.
get your butt in here.
Aww.
It's like watching an alternate universe.
Finn
Wolfhard
Wolfhard.
as Teen Scott.
It's about time. If there's one thing I've been complaining about is that they haven't met their Finn Wolfhard quotient.
John, the next episode's about to start.
Oh, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa.
I have the same thing with me. Shades on and all.
Oh. Another day on God's green, baby oiled earth.
Wow, that is very rich.
Glendale, California.
He lives at the Americana. Oh my God, his decks are so righteous.
Got a 2 tattoos.
Whatever.
I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, and I'm like, whatever.
I haven't heard this song in a decade or more.
How cool.
Wicked. Lucas Lee's pro skater.
I think he is skating through the Americana.
It's at least based on it, yeah. Job well done.
Nachos.
Oh, and this bar is totally nearby.
That's my agent, fellas.
Agent Showbiz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's El Coyote.
This town's on the verge of saying, see you later, boy. You are one mistake away from movie jail.
Skater boy.
Good thing I've got a get out of jail free card. My act is acting. You want goody two-shoes? Buy them at a shoe store.
Well, that's just the sort of thing that's made you nigh unemployable.
Breaking the dimensions.
Your flight to Toronto departs in 4 hours. You must be professional at every opportunity, or the stardom you love so much will slip through your grasp.
What an interesting inverse.
Stardom you love so much.
Giving them each some kind of struggle.
So much will slip through.
Whatever.
The movie.
Whatever. Shouts out to Liam Lynch.
The movie is cinema with a big spin on video games and anime, and then the one that has the visual of an anime and video games is doing a lot of riff on cinema.
Yeah, it's like what they did with Brie Larson not singing the song instead of Emily Haynes. From
Yeah, that was
Metric,
funny.
like last time. It was really funny.
Another die.
This is how every next episode begins.
Green.
And lighter green.
Do the look.
Poison ivy. Toronto wood. Toronto wood.
It's the set of a Lucas Lee movie without explicit permission.
Lucas Eel.
Lucas Lee is here? Of course he's here. What do you think our job is?
Do you know it's Simon Pegg and Nick Frost? Yeah.
As cops, perfect.
I recognize Nick Frost first, actually.
Yeah, same. The same beat of, that must be Simon Pegg. He's already working on a studio set.
Oh, is Lucas Lee starring in his movie?
I'm just the writer.
Of this movie.
Uh-huh.
You wrote a movie.
Yes.
You wrote a Lucas Lee movie.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Oh, weird.
Why is Envy Adams dressed like me?
She's playing Ramona Flowers.
What's the title of this movie?
Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life.
That's
Edgar
first time-
Wrong.
Edgar Wrong, Jean de Pope.
You wrote an entire script about a world where Scott Pilgrim won the fight with Matthew Patel?
Basically.
Whoa.
Kooky meta.
Oh.
Oh, great. Audrey 2. Godzilla.
Did you know in the U.S. these are called Mario Karts?
That can't be true.
How
Nuns.
would you know
Nuns,
that?
like a raptor.
Oh, well, they're definitely called that in
Cowboy.
Japan.
Oh.
Pretty sure that's not true either.
Oh my God, now it's just an amalgamation. E.T. If there's one story where it makes sense to do a flip on who you're going to focus on, it would be the one who's like directly connected to the X's.
Yeah, totally. Crushed. Yes.
We need to talk about Scott Pilgrim.
I'm Scott Pilgrim.
No, the real Scott Pilgrim.
You saying I'm a fake Scott Pilgrim? We're about to shoot my first scene. Gotta give the people what they want. Crank that Lucas Lee charm to 11.
Are you hitting on me?
Maybe I am, and maybe I am. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Careful. Careful.
I had a dream about that girl again.
I care even less now.
Hey, how was that? Gay enough? Any notes?
How about you build a time machine, go back in time, and never audition for this part in the first place?
Who has the nerve to share his opinions on the set of my film?
Yes.
Me. What's your name?
I'm Wallace Wells.
Nothing. Wow.
Wallace Wells is just so like
Method, wow.
How'd you know exactly what Scott and I said in bed that morning?
The creative process is a mystery.
Scott was the one.
I hear Mr. Lee is already balls deep in a sweaty affair with someone on the production.
Envy Adams?
Gossip on who the lucky lady might be?
Not the mystery I'm trying to solve.
I'm reading the script. I'm busy. Come back later.
I'm not falling for that. I know you have a girl in there. Can we just get this over with?
Get what over with?
Oh.
Oh, he's actually reading the script.
Did you know I'm in this?
Yeah, you're the lead.
No, there's a Lucas Lee character, and Scott tricks him into grinding to death. I'd never fall for that. What kind of idiot would write this?
Yeah. That's right.
Whoa! Who put that garbage can in there?
That's his coffee.
Young Neil may not be the brightest, but he has a vivid imagination.
The ending's unrealistic. The Ramona Flowers I know would be on to the next one.
That was a long time ago.
How interesting.
Scott's not dead. Someone wants us to think he is.
Who?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
You think I'd kidnap some Canadian loser and fake his death?
Maybe.
You're on a quest to find a guy who was dating a high schooler. I'd never do anything that stupid. If I did, my career would be over.
Lucas.
Hmm?
What?
My God.
What the?
The actor playing Scott Pilgrim is dating an actress playing a high schooler.
Oh, God.
You're dating a 17-year-old?
She's 31 in real life.
Actress playing high schooler.
An earthquake? In Toronto?
No, something worse.
Oh, gotta work together.
Paparazzi.
Cool way to do this lighting trick.
Lucas!
Yes. McTwist him.
Where are you surrounded, actor scum? Show yourself.
It's like an Animaniacs bit.
They're actually filming.
Whatever. Lucas Lee versus
Hell yeah.
Nice. Oh, now we're in game mode. Whoa. Great.
Oh, they're like a smoke.
Yep. Rack those bonus points up. Combos, baby. Damn.
What? The Jurassic Park skeleton.
Jurassic Lee. Oh, Jaws. Oh, damn.
I love this. This is brilliant. Feels like an old school arcade game.
Oh my God. Yes. Bonus points. Sweet.
Take photos of your demise.
Yes.
Huh?
No, they can skate.
Is there multiples of them or one that's super fast?
Oh, that fisheye. Even got skate video culture in there. Yeah. Some old school anime shit. Wow.
His agent?
Yes, probably, yeah, that's what it looked like.
Need an assist?
Why would you help me?
What do you mean? I always helped you.
Oh.
Oh my God. She taught him how to grind down the pole.
Yes. Skate coach.
Damn, Ramona, you broke so many hearts.
Until you left me with nothing but a broken heart.
All the healing you'd done until that point.
He became who he is because of her.
That was the day I decided who I was going to be. The best skater, the highest paid actor, the biggest star.
All clear.
I just got off the phone with my agent. I'm off the movie, and she's dumping me as a client.
Oof. Maybe this will all blow over.
Nah, they're already testing new actors to play Scott. By tomorrow morning, someone else will be casting the role of the guy you like more than me, and I'll be back to being nobody.
I wonder who.
It'll be the Brandon Routh one.
Still think I kidnapped the real Scott Pilgrim?
No, I don't see you as a kidnapping guy. Or a portal guy.
Because I didn't. That was the night of the Teen Sorcerer 4 premiere in L.A.
Whoa! This kid lands on his feet, though.
Portal.
It is
the vegan.
Vegan powers. Vegan portals?
Vegan portals.
And I'm here to audition for the part of Scott Pilgrim.
Well, good luck.
Watch out, guys. Vegan coming through.
As it should be. Yes.
We nailed it.
Yeah, buddy. Whew. Brandon Routh up next. Let's go. Let's go, vegan police.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
That was pretty great. Continuously.
You know what's fun? We're watching this on Netflix.
Oh, is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, and I also know that if you're able to change your location,
how would you do that?
You could. I mean, first I should probably tell you that if you change your location, you don't just go, "How would you do that?" You let me finish.
What do you
the
want to
sentence.
do with it when you change your location?
Yeah. Wow. It's terrible.
I'm just so excited.
Just play the ad. Big thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, a real game changer I've been using for years. That's right, years. So whenever they want to work with us, it's an instant yes. You've likely heard about ExpressVPN for online privacy and security, but there's more to it than that. However, there was a very real incident recently with Spectrum shutting down my internet and contacting me due to a suspected hacking attempt. And funny enough, I realized I hadn't actually activated my ExpressVPN on my new laptop that I got a couple of months ago, so I was paying the consequences. Having faced a serious hacking issue on YouTube a couple of years ago, that made ExpressVPN my go-to for both security and freedom. I mean it. And yes, what you've heard is true. Believe me, this channel knows. You can use ExpressVPN to watch movies and shows on Netflix that are not available in your country. This means accessing a vast array of content of over 100 countries, like a global cinema at your fingertips. It's super easy. Open ExpressVPN, switch locations, refresh the browser, and there you have it. Whether it's K-dramas on South Korean Netflix, Hulu, BBC, iPlayer, YouTube, or more, ExpressVPN has you covered. And it's incredibly fast, ensuring no buffering or lag for smooth HD streaming. It's versatile too, working on not just computers, but phones, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. This means you can enjoy your favorite shows on anywhere, any screen. Protect and elevate your internet experience. So if you want to get access to hundreds of new shows, use my link, expressvpn.com/rejects. And you can get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. That's expressvpn.com/rejects. So head to expressvpn.com/rejects to learn more. Thank you again. Well, John, did you love it?
I did. I've been loving this consistently. Are people upset? Are people annoyed?
I've been seeing the word woke go around, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why it was going around, and then it dawned on me in the Roxy episode. Okay, I get it, because this is Ramona's adventure now.
Yeah, and Scott's probably not going to return until like the end of the series, unless they subvert our expectations yet again.
I mean, I can understand though that is a big ask of people.
Yeah, the title character is gone.
It is. I'm not upset. It is a like, oh, what a shift when you go from your first episode to really riffing off of the movie to then go and just kidding, pulling the rug out underneath you. We are significantly subverting expectations. And it would be a waste of time if they were just doing an adaptation of the movie.
Yeah.
So to do a different perspective on it is a really interesting thing, because it's more than just pulling back the curtain more. It's more than just getting some backstory on characters we didn't get before. It completely changes the way the plot unfolds. It's like it's still the setup of Ramona having to deal with her 7 exes, but now there's a different purpose, a different drive behind it, and it becomes this commentary too on a lot of things that is very, very meta in its own way, while staying very true to the execution of everything it's aiming to evoke in terms of its animation period and style. Like, it really does feel like they're not trying to be this era. It feels like it is this era.
Yeah.
That just happens to have these modern day settings to it, or reasonably modern day, like a few years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. And then it's got more of a sweetness and more of a closure to it versus I just got to like fight these people and win. It's a completely different kind of plot because Ramona has to find resolve with them. That's usually the solution with it, while leading to some fun video game fight levels with Roxy and the different genre hopping around, like a Looney Tunes episode, and then with Lucas Lee feeling like an arcade game, you know, like Ninja Turtles or Simpsons with fighting people with skateboards.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so but it's still fun and it's different. It's a different ask, and I can see why there's an audience that could be challenged to get on board for it. But I personally like it. I do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it ultimately concludes, but it would feel like a waste of time if it was just a nostalgia.
It would just feel
thingy and
like
just
a
us
fun
going.
excuse to get everybody back together.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, it's riding on more than it's not resting on that alone.
Yeah. It's not. There's an actual exploration of different things to do while being able to actually give us completely different scenes and locations to deal with while being like funny and taking the piss out of itself.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. It's very expressive, but it doesn't feel like pretentiously deep in any way.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't read much at all about this just to keep the experience fresh, but I did see a small quote from Brian Lee O'Malley kind of addressing like, I wanted to go back to this and not just, regurgitate it or, do the whole like these things. I wanted to come back and kind of do, I wanted to reflect on it so many years later, kind of through what this is and, make it worthwhile in that way. And I can kind of see that because this has it's like a tenderness of maturity almost, because like Scott, the way Scott's story is pitched, it's very much like, a boy, becoming less of a boy. And this is, pitching it, I don't know, it makes a whole lot more like truly qualitative emotional sense to have Ramona being the one who is in this position. And so it's like, she's like clearing all this weight before, at least as it feels right now, the goal is kind of clear all this weight on the road to getting Scott back. And like, obviously it's not in her mind as structured as like, I got to see them all. But, in finding them all, she'll, release all this probably right before finding him. And I think that's a really lovely thing to do. And it makes sense. It gives her character, I don't know, just like, more autonomy. And it makes her less of a device, like a, manic pixie dream girl type. Like I like the character a lot in the movie, but I am imagining, what you could, there's just a much more boyish and masculine perspective through that, whereas this is a bit more varied and I think authentically so. And I like the way that they characterize it. And to me, it's like, it is a big ask because it's the title character and so much is about his journey. Love Michael Cera in that part. But I think they're fortunate in the fact that so much of this is A, an ensemble, and B, so much about the voice of its world more so than just the specific character necessarily. And I mean, there are many, many Scott Pilgrim books and stories, I from what I understand, beyond the main one we know from the movie. So like, I would have to imagine that if this season is successful enough, like I guess Scott would, be in a more fleshed out story if they were to continue or whatever. But for what this is here and now, I think it's really fun. And I haven't been, it's not like they do a ton to make him like super present, but it's all about finding him and what happened to him, and they're doing stuff with his story. So it still feels like Scott is represented, even though he's not like on the screen.
Well, there are parts of the movie too that felt like, there's just kind of self-awareness commentary that you often see in like certain comedies. You see in a lot of Marvel things that if they just say it, that immediately alleviates it. When
Lampshading,
yeah, but that level of self-awareness, it's like just because you pointed it out doesn't mean it's eliminated the issue.
Yeah.
And I think with this Scott Pilgrim movie, there were aspects, as while I love it, there were aspects that the show itself seems to really be acknowledging.
Yeah.
Of, that they weren't the best fleshed out moments.
Yeah,
of it, and I like the self-aware commentary on that, while still being. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Have you seen the movie Brick?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Brick.
Yeah, a little bit. Not teen sleuth, but like sort of amateur youth sleuth.
Yeah, young adult film noir that seems to be a
movie junkie kind of thing.
Yeah, with a lot of genre splicing happening. But it's like animated medium. Yeah, I like it. It's fun, and yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied because I like how it doesn't also paint Ramona as, you get these like tonal insights into parts of with the flashback stuff that's not really laying it down thick on what made the relationship great. It's just how that somberness when looking upon the memories of their last moments together with Roxy, with Lucas Lee.
And a couple brief fleeting glimpses of like what what it was like when it was good, what the romance was like.
Yeah, but it's also acknowledging a lot of the attachment issues that Ramona herself even runs into, and I even like the self-awareness of Ramona being like, yeah, no, Scott's not my boyfriend, and we only went on one date, but it sure was a memory for me. And it's like, as she's revisiting these memories of people who couldn't let her go, she can't let Scott go.
Yeah.
So there is a cool mirror effect there.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of nice, mirroring and complementing of things, and two, I just I think I like that thing that you pointed out, that this being.
I like that too.
Yeah. Other than what I'm gonna say, and we don't have to touch on it.
I don't even need to hear it. Honestly, I know exactly what you're getting at. Because I've only said one thing.
Moving on.
So I could just assume it was that one thing.
That one comment when you were like, you laughed, and
did I?
Too.
Yeah. Well, why don't you say it again?
You said the thing about the movie having, the movie being, bringing all this to live action has so many flourishes and odes to the styles of animation and whatnot, and I think the way they've taken that baton and run with it is very fun. And as you expounded, it flips that and does a lot of film styling and video game styling on top of this animated medium. And so, like,
I did say
having the prospect that each set of X's will bring their own kind of thing is nice. And that was true of the movie too. But here, you had that montage of like all the different kinds of movies with all the different color grading and film grains and stuff like that. And you have the whole
stuff like that.
Spending time, like, it really reminded me of Animaniacs in the second episode, just spending time on the lot and all the gags, and young Neil becoming a screenwriter.
I like young Neil.
And then when Lucas Lee has his fight, like, there's so many skateboard game traditions thrown in there. It's like you have the ones that are like, some kind of downhill slalom thing, or the ones that are more like The Simpsons or Skate or Die, or even Joust or stuff like that, where you were doing like skateboard melee stuff, and like they managed to smush all those things together in one sequence.
Sure.
That kind of exists as its own on just like I don't know. It's a great little animated interlude, but it's clearly kind of, I don't know, very, very encompassing of much time in pop culture.
Right.
In a very fun and impressive way, and in ways that you can enjoy without having all the touchstones. But if you've got some or most of them, then it's even more rich. And I think that's kind of a nice thing about this too, is like there are a broad array of random different little Easter egg things that are just like, I don't know. I think it's just because it's a backlot and it's not like one specific franchise. It feels a little less lurid. It feels a little more fun. You can just be like, oh, here's a bunch of shit that would be on a backlot, or let's do one of those gags where you're on a mural or a matte painting, and then someone bursts through it, and we pull out, and we find out that we're still on the backlot. Like, yeah, there's so many great like film flourishes, and I just adore that within one episode, young Neil is a full-on screenwriter.
Yeah, it's genius. The Hollywood dream.
Yeah, totally. And we got our Simon Pegg
writes
Nick
it
Frost.
overnight. I'm a writer. Yeah.
I'm a writer, yeah.
And Simon Pegg Nick Frost thought Edgar Wright actually directing. We're never going to get that reunion.
Yeah, no more cornettos.
Alrighty, guys. Well, do you think Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is woke garbage that Hollywood is making?
Is jamming
Leave your
down our
thoughts
throats.
down below. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and thank you to ExpressVPN. And we will chit chat with everyone here relatively soon. Thank you for being here with us on this journey.
Bye.